Hey guys, it's Kip. Today we're going to be going over how to get a couple of secret mounts. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up below. Remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all of my content. Also, I stream every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, and the link for that is down below. Feel free to drop in and hang out for a bit. With that said, let's get into it. The first mount we're going to cover is Riddler's Mindworm. This is probably the easiest to get as it has a 100% drop chance. All you have to do is read all 8 pages scattered across Azeroth in a specific order. I would like to acknowledge that I got all of this information from the Warcraft Secrets community. They did an amazing job and did all of the hard work to figure this stuff out. Be sure to check them out as they do a deep dive of all of the secrets of WoW. I'm just here to give a video representation of their guide. The first page, which is actually page 9, will be inside the lounge in Dalaran on this bookshelf. Coordinates for each page will be in the description below. I use the add-ons TomTom and Paste to make this process a lot easier. Just copy and paste the coordinates into Paste and the add-on will do the rest. The second page, page 78, is going to be in the Twilight Grove in Duskwood on this little table. Next, you'll be off to Firelands for the third page. You will need to clear all of the bosses and continue through to Ragnaros. Also, if you haven't already, this is a perfect time to get all of the achievements excluding one that requires 2 people for the Glory to the Firelands Raider achievement. This achievement does reward a mount, so if you're able to grab an extra person for that achievement, it is definitely worth it. I did also use this as an opportunity to loot absolutely everything for some extra gold and pieces for transmog. Alright, once all of the bosses have been cleared up to Ragnaros, you just run past them over to this edge, and page 161 will be right here. Okay, for the 4th page you'll need to go to the Uldum. To do so you'll need to speak to Zadormi and Rumcan. Then fly all the way down to the bottom of the river. And make sure you don't accidentally aggro a snake with the landing like I did. Then page 655 will be right here in between these 2 trees. For this next page, you'll need to head to the Siege of Orgrimmar raid that is located in the Vale of Eternal Blossoms. You only need to defeat Amalgam of Corruption to be able to progress to the Shaw of Corruption, which you don't need to kill for this. Although I did anyways. Then page 845 will be in the back corner on the floor. And now for the 6th page, where you'll have to go to the Well of Eternity, which is located in the Caverns of Time. This page is probably the biggest pain to get due to all of the RP in this dungeon, just to get to the area that you need to. Once you finally get through that and make it to the actual well, you will need to run over to these steps that page 1127 will be on. Alright, we're almost done. The 7th page will take you to Kun-Lai Summit. Once you are there, fly up to these 2 statues and page 2351 will be in between the front paws of the left statue. And we made it, the final page. For this one, you're going to have to go back to the old version of Uldum. Once you're there, you'll need to fly all the way to this statue, and it will be on the right side of its feet. And there you have it, the last page. Now that you've read all those pages, it's time to collect your mount. Head out to Westfall and there will be a wrecked boat out there with the chest sitting next to it in the sand. Loot this chest and collect that mount you worked so hard for. The second mount I'm going to show you how to get is the Fathom Dweller. This is an underwater only mount, but I mean, come on, it's a jellyfish. This mount is a little bit harder to get due to there being a little bit more that goes into it, and it does only have a 50% drop chance, which I'll explain exactly how that works a little bit later. Once again, I would like to thank the Warcraft Secrets community for putting in so much hard work on discovering all of these secrets. I will leave a link down below for their website. First, you're going to go talk to Duskwood in Broken Shore until he tells you to go away and has no further dialogue options. Next, you're going to head to Feldust Cavern, which is nearby. Once you're there, you're going to go all the way to the back, and there will be a small mound of dirt with some roots, which is kind of hard to see. You'll need to loot this for the weathered relic. Okay, now head back to Duskwood for him to spout more nonsense and then tell you to go away again. So just keep talking to him until he gives you no further dialogue options and tells you to go away. This time, instead of lost pages, we're searching for orbs, but these are a bit more hidden than the pages. The first orb is in Ashuna, within a cave that goes underneath of a tree and hidden by the bushes. Once you enter the cave, go straight ahead, and the orb will be on the ground next to this pedestal. So I don't have the Legion Pathfinder, and wanted to show that this mount can still be obtained without flying, although some orbs are definitely much harder to get to than others without it. For the second orb, this is the case, and you will have to run up the hill to the side to get into the cave. Once you are in the cave, you can ignore the boss that's in there, as he does still do a significant amount of damage, even at max level, and responds immediately. Run to the back of the cave and activate the orb. For the next orb, you'll be heading to Valshara, and yet again, into another cave, under a tree that's hidden by bushes. Are you sensing a theme yet? For this one, you will head straight back and turn to the left to go into a deeper, more hidden part of the cave with an arcane elemental. Dispose of it, and activate the orb that is to the left hiding under the exposed root. This orb will take you far off the broken shores underwater. Swim down under the ledge, and the cave entrance will be right there. Once you make it into the cave and onto land, be aware of the geysers as they do some pretty hefty damage and knock you into the air. Then go straight to the back of the cave while avoiding those geysers and activate the orb that's under the tent. The cave for the fifth orb is a little bit difficult to see, although TomTom's waypoint will be right on top of it, so you shouldn't have too much difficulty finding it. Jump down into this cave and run straight back. The orb will be on the ground right here, and encased in metal. Activate it. Orb number 6 is definitely one of those that's difficult to get to without flying, although mountain equipment made this significantly easier, allowing me to walk on water. This cave is way out in the Broken Isles. Once you get there, there will be a shark that will be sitting directly above the cave entrance. Swim down in between the pillars, and the cave entrance will be on your right. Go into that cave, and once again you will be welcomed by geysers. Avoid those and activate the orb in the center of the cave. So this orb took me a minute to figure out a way to it without flying. There is a path around the back of the mountain that leads up behind it. You will need to jump down to get to the cave entrance. Be cautious because this drop is a lot higher than I was obviously planning for. Don't be me. Once you drop down, there will be an entrance hidden by bushes. Go in there and the orb is hiding inside the skull of the bones. Activate it. Next, we're headed back to Ashuna. The cave for this orb is hidden under, yet again, another tree. Make your way straight into the cave and head down toward the back. Activate the orb that will be tucked away underneath of this rock. Now, we're almost done, but that also means this is the hardest orb to get, especially without flying. Way out off the shore of Eye of Ashara, you will need to swim down and enter the ship through a crack between the seafloor and the ship. Once you do that, you will need to immediately swim up and straight back through this hole. And then through this next hole. Turn around and make your way through this crack. Finally, you'll turn around again and go through this hole that's hidden by moss. After all of that, the cave is just straight ahead. Make your way toward the back of the cave, and the 9th orb to activate will be to your right in the water. The last orb will be on the table next to Drakthul. Activate it, and he will flip out, and of course, tell you to go away. This will unlock the world quest in Eye of Ashara to go Kazamat the Hungering, that will ultimately drop the mount or a battle pet, which is why this mount has a 50% drop chance. He is on a 2-week respawn timer, so if you don't get him the first time, come back in 2 weeks and try again. Now, of course this doesn't mean if you don't get it 1 week, then you'll definitely get it the next. But once you're done with the orb part, you at least won't ever have to do that again. Well guys, that's all for me. I hope this video was helpful in some way or another. I wish you the best of luck with getting your hands on some secret mounts. Happy hunting, I'll see you next time.